The film begins with Dalton Russell narrating from the confines of an undisclosed cell, reflecting on the difference between a cell and a prison. He teases the audience by explaining how he planned the perfect bank robbery, which is then shown in flashback. The robbery begins as a group of thieves, disguised as painters and all using variations of the alias Steve, enter a Manhattan bank. They quickly disable the security cameras and take control of the bank, rounding up customers and employees. The hostages are forced to hand over their phones and keys and change into painter uniforms and face masks identical to the robbers. This deliberate confusion makes it impossible for anyone to tell who is a hostage and who is a robber. The robbers rotate the hostages between various rooms, sometimes even mixing in with them to further obscure their identities. As the police arrive and surround the bank, detectives Keith Frazier and Bill Mitchell are briefed by Captain Darius on the situation. Inside, Russell and his crew demand food for the hostages, and the police deliver pizzas, but with electronic surveillance bugs hidden in the boxes. However, the police are thrown off when they hear the robbers speaking what they believe to be Albanian. Eventually, they identify the speech as propaganda recordings of the long-deceased Albanian communist leader Enver Hoxha, realizing that the robbers anticipated their bugging attempts. Meanwhile, Arthur Case, the powerful chairman of the bank's board of directors, becomes concerned when he learns about the ongoing robbery. His worry stems from the fact that one of the bank's safe deposit boxes contains a dark secret that could ruin him, documents linking him to Nazi dealings during World War II. In a desperate attempt to protect his reputation, he hires Madeline White, a highly discreet and well-connected fixer, to ensure that the contents of his box remain hidden. In the meantime, the robbers releases a person with a drawer containing their demands of 2 buses, a jumbo jet, with pilots, at JFK Airport by 9 p.m. White arranges a meeting with the mayor and then manipulates her way into speaking with Detective Frazier, convincing him to let her negotiate with the robbers. White enters the bank and has a private conversation with Russell. She subtly hints at the special interest she represents and asks to retrieve the contents of Case's safe deposit box. In response, Russell shows her a document stamped with a swastika, revealing that Case had received a large sum of money from the Nazis in exchange for services that led to Jewish deaths. Russell explains that his motivation is rooted in the belief that lies and evil deeds can be covered up for a while, but they never truly disappear. White offers Russell a substantial bribe on behalf of Case, but Russell refuses, standing firm in his mission. Detective Frazier tries to outwit Russell by claiming the plane he demanded is ready, but insists on confirming the safety of the hostages first. Russell agrees and gives Frazier a tour of the bank. As they walk, Frazier opens up about his personal life, mentioning his desire to propose to his girlfriend but feeling financially unprepared. Russell encourages him to go ahead with the proposal regardless of money. As Frazier leaves the bank, he suddenly tries to overpower Russell, but another robber quickly intervenes. Surprisingly, Russell lets Frazier go unharmed, leading Frazier to believe that Russell is not a violent criminal. He tells his team that he deliberately provoked Russell, and since Russell didn't harm him, the robbers likely have no intention of killing anyone. Shortly after, the robbers direct the police to focus their cameras on a specific window, where they stage the execution of a hostage. This causes Frazier to angrily confront Russell, demanding to know his real intentions. Russell brushes off the questions and remarks that Frazier is too damn smart to be a cop. The fake execution forces the Emergency Service Unit, ESU, to plan a tactical raid on the bank. However, Frazier discovers that the drawer containing the robbers' demands also had a hidden radio transmitter. He tries to cancel the impending raid by warning Captain Darius, but Darius dismisses his concerns and proceeds with the raid. Inside the bank, Russell and his team, now aware of the police's plan to storm the building, prepare for their exit. The robbers detonate smoke bombs, filling the bank with thick clouds of smoke and allowing the hostages, still dressed in identical uniforms and masks, to be released. Amidst the mass confusion, a crowd of hostages and robbers, indistinguishable from one another, floods out of the bank. The police round up and question everyone, but they are unable to determine who the robbers are. To add to the mystery, they find no evidence of anything being stolen from the bank, and the hostage execution turns out to have been faked. The robbers' guns are revealed to be plastic toy replicas, adding another layer of confusion. With nothing stolen and no evidence of harm, Frazier's superior orders him to let the case go. Still suspicious, Frazier digs deeper. He investigates the bank's records and uncovers that safe deposit box 392 has no documentation and has never been officially listed. He gets a warrant to open the box, but before he can proceed, he is confronted by White. She reveals Case's Nazi dealings and tries to dissuade Frazier from continuing his investigation. She reminds him that she has already guaranteed his promotion and helped him recover money he was falsely accused of stealing. However, Frazier has been secretly recording their conversation with a hidden pin, ensuring that he has leverage against White and is protected from her manipulations. White, realizing her efforts have failed, confronts Case. He admits to his Nazi collaboration and explains that the safe deposit box contained diamonds and a Cartier ring, which belonged to a Jewish friend he betrayed to the Nazis in exchange for his wealth. Case expresses regret over his past actions, having spent years trying to atone through philanthropy. The film then circles back to Russell's opening narration. In a twist, it is revealed that he has been hiding inside the bank the entire time, concealed behind a fake wall in the bank's supply room. After a week passes, Russell emerges from his hiding spot with the stolen contents of Case's safe deposit box, the damning documents, and several bags of diamonds. As he exits the bank, he deliberately bumps into Frazier, who fails to recognize him. Russell meets up with his crew outside. Frazier opens the safe deposit box and finds the gum wrapper Russell had been chewing earlier, the Cartier ring, and a note instructing him to follow the ring. Frazier confronts Case, indicating that he intends to investigate the ring's significance. He also meets with White and the mayor, handing her the recording pin as a subtle warning that he knows the truth. Finally, Frazier goes home and, while emptying his pockets, finds a large diamond that Russell had slipped into his pocket during their earlier encounter. The film closes with Frazier contemplating how to use the diamond, perhaps to propose to his girlfriend, and suggesting that the investigation into Case's past is far from over.